think Owen might take the Edward Norton approach from 25th Hour? Just get beat up before he goes in, so he's all ugly and they don't know he's a pretty boy.
Oh yeah.
Well, beat myself up.
Well, you have your friends beat you up.
And that works?
Well,
I don't know.
Because then you don't get picked on because you're already beat up?
because they think you're tough. You know, oh, this guy's been scrappy. He's already been knuckles up.
I'd probably just find a dead squirrel and keep it in my pocket all the time.
They just think you're crazy.
Yeah. You're like, this is Mr. Nuts.
Tree was left. Tree and
I'm gonna
Protector.
mess with the squirrel guy.
They were getting too
We just
deep into
removed
the
him
jail meta.
permanently 'cause he's so bad.
Gotta be real. So, Tree and Protector finally picked up. We've been waiting for this OP hero.
So, but what's with this Monkey King, Dan? We were talking about this yesterday off camera, but Monkey King does not feel like he packs much of a punch anymore. Is he still worthy of a first ban?
You know what? This is a pre-patch game. This is back when Monkey King was hype. So,
Wait, is it really before 706?
we knew about this conflict a long time ago. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a time capsule. Back when Monkey King was first banned, and
This is gonna get confusing.
Okay. No, that is really good to know.
Stunned.
this is when the tree.
Yeah, he used
So
to.
This is
This
when
is
Tree
when-
stunned. Okay, so we're gonna have to set our brains back in time here.
Back to prison. It's a time capsule, ladies and gentlemen.
So, respawn talents, we're still in the game.
Yep, Magnus is gone too.
So Lena might actually be higher priority than usual, although she still got picked yesterday a little bit, but
Yeah.
other key heroes before 7.06. I feel like I've put all that data out of my brain
I tried
now.
to erase
I've completely
everything.
forgotten.
Well, it's a good thing this broadcast was recorded a while ago.
It
so-
was recorded the same week.
Yep.
So we just predicted the patch.
Yes.
That Monkey King would be bad later.
Well, Terrorblade Ursa banned out now by VP, and Wisp, the third ban out of Vega.
These teams know. I mean, you can just look and you can tell they know a lot about each other.
Absolutely.
Very
Very
similar kind of
targeted
play
bans.
stylers. Yeah.
And now the Ember taken out.
Smart ban on the Warlock. Great support before the last patch. Great support this patch. And does a lot of sustain for like these CIS teams. They love him.
Yeah.
He brings the fight. He brings the heals. He brings the early game pressure on the lanes. So gotta get rid of that. I guarantee we'll see a disruptor though in this game from one of these two teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More than likely.
Disruptor. Big hero both teams.
VP, I mean, looking at their first two picks, it's like, of course, in response to the Darkseer. Jug, very good in lane. Nyx, good to stop the combo, and also just obnoxious versus Darkseer to mana burn him. You can actually do decent as a Nyx if they do end up having like a 1v1, but I don't know if we'll have that coming out.
And pretty easy stuns on the Darkseer with the Carapace.
Yeah.
All day, baby.
All day, baby. Interested to see what this next one's gonna be. How do you set up anything with a Nyx? What's good with him?
Some sort of reliable stun, right? His stun's a
Yeah.
skill shot, so like a magic missile or something.
Sure.
It's hard when you have like Tree and Darkseer in the game, right? You don't want to pick these heroes that aren't that strong on lane, like Venge or Rubik or anything like that.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe the Rubik still, because it's good versus like the Darkseer or whatever, and you have like decent spells to steal, but they go for Ogre, so they just have the Bloodlust and hero that can just like stand toe-to-toe with it instead.
Good against the living armor.
Yeah.
Great with the jug. Yeah.
Ogre, my joy.
Ogre my jug.
Ogre Magai. Poor Ogre. It's such a bad rap. What
Good
do
way
you
to
mean a bad rap?
Good way to help your lanes as well, so you can move to the Nyx, sit mid lane. Same concept. That hero does not really change at all.
Whatever happened to Witch Doctor? Why do we not see any Witch Doctor these
Witch
days?
Doctor?
I think. Well, this is also with shrines. Remember this one is
That's
as
true.
well
That's
early
one of the big-
shrines. I think
big changes,
now.
yeah.
I think now. You know, we're talking about 7.06. I think Witch Doctor can actually be more viable because of the lanes, but we won't talk about that right now.
Okay. But I mean, is that why you think he felt like? I'm just saying. I always felt like he was a good support, and
Still
he just
weak.
stopped being picked.
Yeah.
Doesn't like do damage. He just
What?
kind of like
Death Ward doesn't do damage.
Maledict? Early
Maledict?
game?
I mean, laning phase Maledict is decent, but then Death Ward later on is just like bang.
That is
Tickle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
there's so
Late
much
game Death
armor.
Ward's horrible.
Yeah, everyone-
In Dota right now too, in Solar Crest, Death Ward is like nothing.
Okay.
All right, this is
Hey!
with, and we said Disruptor
And there he
with the
is.
Wombo combo for the Darkseer. And this is with the Solar Crest. This is with the God tier Solar Crest. This is pre-nerf
Yes.
Solar Crest as well.
So we're gonna see the Troll Warlord then? Huh?
Could be.
Oh, it could be, yeah. VP could certainly take it.
I'm gonna see a
And
Life
Vega as
Stealer.
well.
I got a Life Stealer feeling in my bones.
For
VP.
I don't know.
The old Infest Bomb Nyx combo. I mean, that's a tried and true classic, right?
Yeah, boy. What are you thinking, Braxy?
I'm trying to remember anything about last patch, but Lifestealer looks
It's a
good,
race.
but looks better for Vega than it does for VP.
yeah, Agreed.
I don't really know what VP would pick here. Like, a lot of their big heroes they play kind of don't look too good. Like, you don't want to play TA into like Tree and Darkseer together, and even the Disruptor.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Shadow Fiend was that popular around this area. And then Storm Spirit also looks super bad as well into Disruptor and Tree.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what they'd pick here. I feel like if they were going to pick a mid hero, they'd pick it last because they have the last overall pick.
Right.
And they would want to kind of see the matchup before they pick it. Especially because right now they have like Jug's pretty standard, right? Nyx and Ogre, they don't really deal damage.
Oh, the
Okay.
best.
Still go with the best.
Wow,
Hey.
look at that,
Yeah,
Zyori.
guaranteed stun.
Look
Whoa.
at you, Zyori.
I'm
Okay.
liking,
Hostess with the
I'm
most.
liking like Invoker for VP, but okay, TA comes up for Vega, so maybe
Yeah,
not
now
anymore.
it looks pretty rough.
Now it looks harder, yep.
Ow.
TA. So looking for a mid laner for Virtus Pro, and Vega looking at safe lane carry.
Is this the Venomancer that Slacks predicted?
Come on,
The
Venomancer.
G
They
Veno?
could do it.
G
I mean, he
Veno.
actually could do it.
No, G's already playing TA.
Yeah, G's the he's
Oh, yeah, G,
their
yeah,
TA
G,
player.
yeah.
The Aloha dance
Is-
what we're looking for.
Is OD left there?
Oh, I'm
he is.
actually pretty dumb.
What
I
the-
kept looking at the teams and I was like, yeah, G's on Virtus Pro.
That's just like, you know.
To be fair, it's hard
That's
with
back
this
in time.
region. I feel like a lot of the
They
players
did
have been
move around a
on.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much every one of the tier 1 players in CIS have been on VP at some point.
All right.
I still don't even know if like Invokers. I mean, it's not great in the lane, but if the Ogre's sitting mid, they have a lot of ways to set up for the Sunstrikes with like the Nyx Assassin ganking around.
It's definitely okay if you can make it through the lane phase.
Yeah.
How bad is that matchup, Invoker TA? Does he get smashed, or is it just not great?
It's not that bad, actually. It gets really bad when there's other heroes that interfere.
Okay. All about the rotations.
Yep.
But with an Ogre on your team, I mean, isn't he one of the best buddies to help you in that stage?
Yeah, he can definitely help you out. It's really not that bad. Just, they're going to have some problems with the Tree and Darkseer lane.
Yeah.
If they
Okay.
decide to go for that Invoker, then Ogre has to sit mid. Then their safe lane's going to get dumped on. And it's just... It's not necessarily that matchup's horrible, it just makes everything else crumble as well.
I see. Shadow Fiend banned out by Vega, and they go for the Lycan.
Bacon goes for Lycan.
Lycan.
I like that. I feel like that's pretty good. I mean, they do have a lot of stuns on VP, though. They got a lot of ways to lock him down. So, but, I don't know. Gets a BKB. He can run circles around these guys.
The Lycan Darkseer combo too. You know,
Whoa.
Ion Shaw and the Wolves.
Well, you say that, though, but Swap is a great tool to have against Lycan. You reposition him even when he's in BKB.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Vega has a lot of vision in their game right now, game potential. You know, TA traps, Wolves running around, a Treant running around Invis, so they can set up easily to take the proper fights. So they can actually dictate like the pace of when they do want to fight a lot
Right.
easier. And so VP just goes for a Troll Warlord. So
Well, more good control
right.
against the Lycan. A little bash RNG to lock down the
Troll.
big bad wolf.
Sure. Damn, VP has a strong-looking team. I will
Yeah, that
give
troll
them
looks
that.
real scary now, huh?
Yeah, that is intense.
Yeah. All right, well, we need some predictions as we load into our first game of this 2-game series. Braxy, you're going to start us off. Who's taking it?
I'll say VP. I like the troll pick. I think it counters a lot of what Vega's, what their draft wants to do. Like, they don't only have damage once the Whirling Axes come out, so I like that a lot.
Fifth pick Troll, Dirty.
Yeah, I like both the drafts a lot. I think they're really good, but I'm going to go with Vega just because of the Darkseer and Lycan combo. As Matumba Man put, easiest, most hilarious thing in the world. Just chase him down with your invisible wolves. So
I'm going to go with Vega. They got the Disruptor,
Whoa.
the CIS support. That's
Whoa.
all they need. They know how to
Okay.
play the Disruptor, and I'm sure they will. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 for the day. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome over to the casting panel. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fog, ready to go for the first series of the day. Just a reminder to everyone at home, this series has already been played, but other than the admins at the match and, of course, the players, no one is sure on the outcome, so we do not know what's happening in this series. We're going to be casting it just as if it was a normal live series for you, and, of course, we've had to do this because Vega at the moment, they're on the other side of the world. They're over in China competing in Starladder. I'm not sure if they're playing today.
they're playing third series of the
They are
day
playing
in
later
Starladder,
today,
yeah,
so they're playing later today in Starladder.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got it. Vega versus VP, and of course, another reminder, because this was pre-recorded, it is on the old patch, so a little bit of a step back in time.
Yeah, we've got respawn timers,
Yeah.
we've got the 5 shrines in the base, we've got shrines being early access, you know, the early outer ones, starting up from the minute 1. So as you see, 65 seconds until it's up.
Yeah, and of course, it looks like we do have some of the unofficial names. So bear with us on that one. Yeah. Who we got? Who's got the funny names? Right, that's
Just Ramses.
just Rams, and then over on the side of Vega, ACC.
And that's what? Seoma? No, Seoma is,
Seoma is the
Slayer, so. Okay.
And
So
ACC
that's Silent.
Oh, right, it's too early in the morning. Who's ACC, folks?
Silent.
Silent, of course. Yeah, that's it. ACC. Yeah, oh yeah, he's had that name before, actually. Yeah, ACC. He's had that for a while.
30 seconds
All right, so-
to battle.
All right, there we go.
Chain Protector with Bash. Good fun. So I'm liking their approach coming out from Vega. I mean, they have some very good heroes, but VP also, I would say, is probably a little bit better of the team, but we were mentioning as well, these
sure.
two teams really do know each other a lot. However,
I mean, Vega was looking pretty good the other day in
Yes.
Starlighter, weren't they?
Yeah.
They had some good series.
they looked actually like very similar to VP, the way that they their aggression that they were playing as well. So
So this,
The
this should be a
battle
close game.
begins.
There's no doubt about that.
there we go, the bash, and he gets it. Hey, look at that. Is he gonna pay with his life? It looks like he might.
Yeah, this Blade Fury is certainly going to bring him down. And yeah, they'll block him off as well. So
And he's
one more touch. Solo takes the kill. First blood for VP. Was it worth stealing the bounty rune? Probably not.
and Pasha gives him a trombone.
There we go. We love it. And of course, yeah, you will see at the top, we don't have the team logos, but it is indeed VP playing on the Dire side and Vega Squadron on the Radiant for this game. Lanes, as it seems to be, well, we're actually having a bit of the kind of the dual lanes coming out from Vega. No, okay, they've got, with the 2 mid and 2 top.
Yeah.
Just leaving the Lycan on his own bottom against the Nyx Assassin. And I guess that's fine, isn't it? This should be okay for the Lycan.
Yeah, Lycan does fine, but
Yeah.
Nyx is getting a lot more, you know?
True.
This is a good lane setup for VP.
Not really going in on the
She's
mid lane.
getting
No.
so much
Yeah.
harassment on him.
Looking in onto both G and Silent, just shoving them back in between the trees there.
This is tough for Disruptor TA. Like, TA does not contribute a whole lot right now, of course, because you only really have side blades. You can just walk up, you just get harassed heavily, you get ignited over and over again. And Disruptor's also very weak, very low armor heroes early on, just gonna get harassed from that range form and just getting ignites over and over again. Oh,
Yeah.
nice last hit there from no
Yeah,
one.
it's
The
only
X is-
there's not a lot of damage on that level 1 as well to play with, so yeah, very nicely done. Now this top lane, the side pulls being made as they stack it up, Afterlife and Slayer. Keeping pretty good control of this lane. Still though, Ramses is getting the CS. I mean, is this Jug Venge combination enough to deal with the control that the Treant and Darkseer can do in a lane?
It's still hard. I mean, this
Yeah.
is the old Treant, so it's got the bash, so it's a bit difficult. As long as they have vision of him, and as long as they keep it in the lane in like a pretty okay position, they shouldn't get too surrounded by the iron shells and trees. But as I said,
Is he dead?
Ramses is just
Is he
just
dead?
dead? Yeah, he's
I think he
dead.
is.
Okay.
Okay.
Chain Protector.
I mean, as you said, they'd be fine if they have vision of him. I mean, he should have been aware that Slayer would have still been in the neighborhood, and he got himself very low from clearing that camp with the Blade Fury.
Yeah, they didn't. That was
Yeah.
they used Howl after. Actually, if they'd actually used Howl earlier, he would have died even faster. So.
Woo! Oh dear. Well, there we have it. This top lane already up to great start. And again, he's coming in because there's no sentry down, and they'll be able to get a fair few punches. Blade Fury is still on cooldown for a couple of seconds, so Ramses takes a huge amount of harassment once again.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna.
Oh.
Oh, the courier snipe. Oh,
he
misclick.
got the jukes!
Radiant's
Oh,
courier has been
he does get it, and he will get himself out. So there we have it. Lil making sure that Vega's mid laner G is going to be pretty annoyed with the off lane for that. He's going to be like, why are you killing my courier?
Yeah, and this is still okay for VP. Like, obviously, they don't want to lose Ramses, but you see what they wanted to do. Like, look at the Troll CS and look at the TA CS. So they've really secured the mid lane, and now the Solo makes his move toward top, and he wants to help Ramses. It's just a typical VP kind of move.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed to do earlier. Just get those sentries down, have the knowledge of what's kind of play Slayer's going for.
I feel like Pasha's going to have a really good game, though.
Yeah.
He's getting, I mean, he got such a free lane down there at the start, so that's what happens when you do these kind of dual lanes. You always end up giving something else up.
And again, yeah, the three of them just sticking together now. Really making sure that Ramses does start to get that farm that he requires on the jug. And we'll see if the Tree and Darkseer combination can get anything done when there's 3 of VP in the neighborhood. And things get a little harder. Solo has come quite far away from the 2 of them. He is a big old tanky ogre. We'll see how much they can do. Fire Blast to hold back Slayer. And in fact, with the Blade Fury, they may just get this. They try and body block him up. They've got the magic missile that flies round. and lands upon him. And they will be able to punish the Treant. So, yeah, VP making some nice amendments to where they're keeping the supports, and it's already working out massively.
Yeah, keep the tri lane up there for sure now. Make the tree get out of there. And I mean, the other 2 lanes are doing it incredibly well.
Yep,
no one's
got the
free
edge ahead.
farming. Yep. Pasha as well. 25 CS on him. He's doing excellent.
Yeah, you're right. As you anticipate, Nyx Assassin will have a very nice beginning.
Yeah, and this, I mean, the Troll Warlord pick was actually so good this game because they saw the Lycan, they saw the TA already, so they're like, okay, they're 2 big damage dealers or physical cores that get kind of in melee range, so we just, Whirling Axe is going to be pretty godly.
Yeah, surprised they didn't get a ban out. Really. I mean, a lot of series we are seeing the Troll definitely being thought about.
And especially with Bloodlust as well and Venge Aura, like they actually have incredibly good Roche potential. That's something that we kind of touched about, well, that we saw as well in Kiev from VP, their approach. They really like to draft a team that can just like take early Roshans and keep the pressure going from there. And that's like pretty much the identification of this one. They get vision on Seoma again.
Not a lot they can do when the Darks is there. They can surge him around. In fact, they're just going to surge themselves in and look to return the aggression, and they're going to be able to punish Lil for that play. So, without the Ogre just going for the straight-up magic missile, yeah, when there's the 2 of them there, it's very hard really to get a kill complete if you don't have all 3 heroes.
Yeah, and it's first nighttime already too, so the Howl double bonus as well is coming into play already. It's only level 1, but it's still, you know, it's still something. 100 HP.
Bottom lane. And Darks just duking out the plays from Pasha. And Pasha just about to hit their level 6. So
He's got arcane boots already too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing very, very well.
Where does he head once he's 6, do you think? Are we going to see him try and go for something in the middle lane? Or talking about the mid lane, this could be a very dead Silent. The kinetic field will hold no one back a little bit. In fact, that glimpse will save him. Nice little play there from Silent.
I think I'd like to see him secure the safe lane more.
Yeah,
I
go
think
towards
like
the top lane.
Yeah, I think mid lane's already pretty much set in stone. He's like, okay, TA can't really contest me. The only way TA catches back up is through stacks. So I think what we're going to see is Lil or Ogre kind of run around and put wards in the enemy jungle just to watch those stacks. And Pasha's going to make the move to just make sure that Ramses gets better farm. Courier actually gets sniped. I think that might have been the Treant Protector who just like walked up and punched it maybe coming toward the mid lane. So I'm positioned behind the tier 1 tower.
Again, trying to get in, clear those refraction stacks off. But
yeah, and he actually did make the move right away onto the top lane. So
yeah, exactly what you said.
Yep, I think that's the like you know he was already kind of having a little bit of trouble up there. So
they're trying for more here with the wraparound for Lil. They are going to get it. Will cost Solo's life, but getting themselves to 2 kills and yeah, that rotation from Pasha, massively successful.
Good stuff. That we're fairly even though.
Yeah, it's pretty much neck on neck. It's just the fact that it is the 3 cores of VP in the better standing. It's just things a little more leveled up across the support area, and the difference in the offlaners as well. The fact that rotation for Pasha puts him in a much better situation than the Darks here.
Yeah. I like VP's draft as well, and just like versus the Treant Protector, because they have a lineup where you look at it and it's like, okay, they take a fight, and you know we speak about this with Troll Warlord all the time. You get a fight, you take the tower, and that's exactly what you want to do versus a Treant Protector. If you don't just take the tower right away, he's just going to sit there and kind of heal it up once he gets his levels online. So they do definitely have the potential to do that with Healing Ward, with Bloodlust, with Vengeance Aura, and Troll Warlord.
Can they get anything with their smoke there? And making the move over, is it just a smoke and a ward mission, but they'd like to try and use it to get themselves a kill.
Yeah, I think this might be a tower, maybe going for like a tower securing kind of play here.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Glimpsing back Solo, trapping him in the field. The wolves are out. And Solo is tanky Ogre, not tanky enough.
I think that
take the kill.
Yeah, I think the Lycan was pressuring that bottom tower a lot too. So I think that they wanted to get like the ward up and then claim the tower. Of course, getting the Ogre Magi is just like a +1. They kind of expect somebody to move down there anyway. So
Pasha again is up to the top lane. Let's see what he can find. He's going to head into the jungle. He's got eyes on the Dark Sea. He's bringing over back up. But Afterlife already making his way back.
He knows something's up.
Yeah.
Bottom lane. Both heroes, both supports down bottom. Solo throws the Bloodlust on the tower. That actually is, it's very powerful. Really negates the pushes. Plus with the Wave of Terror coming up from the Venge, they're able to kind of clear the creep wave and pull it back quite easily, get themselves some nice levels and farm.
How's G doing?
He's
working
doing
for the. I mean,
doing fine.
yeah, considering the fact that Troll and no one was having the better time in mid lane. There's only about 500 between them, so he should certainly be able to keep himself up through the jungle, unless VP can make movements to catch him out. And Lil and Solo with this smoke, they're thinking about entering this. And I mean, even between the two of them, they can certainly give G a fair bit of a beating. Take the refraction off with the ignite. They've got a lot of physical with the aura and the wave.
Yeah. This, I think, also is one where they're trying to smoke to the tower, kind of in a way. If they catch people there, it'll be nice, but there's heavy rotations coming out from Vega.
Yeah, so they will find the TA on the sidelines. It looks like they didn't actually bring detection, so they'll have to back off now with the Metal Strike. They'll get the glimpse back onto no one. They've got the stun to follow through, but Pasha holds back Vega with his own stun. They've got the TA trap slow. G thinking about going up for it, but can't really get himself past the exercise to chase forward. So a lot of focus there put by Vega on the mid lane, but VP get everyone out of there, and they're able to get Ramses in a position to start putting some pressure on his own on the tier 1, as he's been left alone.
Yeah, with tree lineups, I think over-committing sometimes to defend those tier 1s, I think is pretty important.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, like we always, you can just heal it up. So even if they didn't get like a kill out of that one, they defend the tower, and now it's going to get healed up from the Treant Protector, and it gives Aloha space. So, like you said, he claims the tier 1 tower bottom, and he surges up all the way up to the #1 net worth.
Yeah, looks like he'll be going for the standard Lycan build, Armlet into Mask of Madness.
Yep, maybe this game maybe since he's versus so much physical, maybe he'll go like the Armlet Echo Saber instead of having that Mask of Madness, since the reduced armor versus Troll Warlord Jug with the Venge on the team.
Actually,
Maybe
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe he wants to. I mean, we'll see. It's very good versus Nyx, and it's very good at like split pushing anyway, and good at like taking Roche with the TA. So the world is his oyster for the decision he wants to make.
No, Pasha's making good time on his Blink Dagger though. 1400
Yeah,
on
he's
the next assassin.
303 build, level 7.
Let's have a look if he's going to get the game back underway here.
I'm waiting for those Ion Shelled Wolves to start happening soon. I think they're probably going to meet up.
Yeah, well, we saw what Liquid was the team that's... I feel like, yeah, we haven't seen more teams doing that. I feel like, Liquid do that.
Yeah, it
Did we
used
ever
to be
see
a thing.
have Secret played around? I know MP's, but you know, he's been playing a bit of the Lycan, hasn't he? I'm trying to think if they've done it with Kez on the dark side. I feel like they may have done so as well, but definitely Liquid's the team.
Is it going to happen right now?
Get those shells on those walls, boys. He's waiting for the mana.
Go in treads, summon wolves. No, he throws it on him though. So this might be a dive here. But there's a Jug.
It's a dive into Omni Slash.
He's very tanky on the Lycan though.
I mean, TP and get out of that. Does he not have a TP?
He does not have it in his inventory.
It was in his backpack. Oh,
that bounce.
he's gone.
And the gold from the healing ward.
Oh, the backpack. Having the TP in the back is tempting. Sometimes you're like, I don't want to be holding this. It's not giving me any stats or anything.
That's right. It's old. This is old patch, right? So it's Solar Crest on Lycan. Especially versus Troll Warlord, because Troll Warlord can't build MKB for a while, so yeah, he's gonna go for the Solar Crest build on it.
Okay.
He needs one mana regen item. Like Raindrop is pretty decent, but having like the Echo Saber or Solar Crest gives you like just enough to sustain your wolves, sustain all your spells quite nicely. Looking for an attempt onto Pasha here. To get the glimpse, they do.
They make it. They'll get the kill for it. No,
he gets out of the field.
He must have just passed over that before it properly set in.
So it's 2 sentries committed and an ulti and a rotation from TA.
I mean, that looked like it should have tried. He must have literally just been on the wall as it, cemented itself there. That is unfortunate. Top lane. Well, that swap actually getting him away from him there.
Oh, that's a hasty troll. Afterlife's in trouble.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble with the stun coming through his patch as well. No escape for this Darkseer. VP. Shutting down the pressure on the plays that Vega were pulling out up top.
So tanky though with that Howl extra health plus the living armor.
Yeah. It takes time, but with the control that they have, and how deep the Darkseer was, not much you can do. VP now turning into their own little push. Aloha Dance has just come across and starting to poke away at Solo. As the wall's on him, Medallion is now finished. And looking to try and hold this one. I don't have any static storm though. Of course, Silent did pop it down bottom as we just saw.
Yeah, they overcommit again for the tier 1 defense just because they have a Troll Warlord. They don't want to lose it like that. Blink Dagger ready on Pasha.
Yeah, VP. Yeah, ready to kind of sort of turn this with the Magic Missile, Fire Blast, holding the Lycan back. He will still pop the ult. Vega want to chase this down. Pasha up with the invis for low hard dance, looking to dive onto Solo with the trap from the kinetic field. They will get the Ogre.
Their
So-
damage on VP is actually quite negligible. They're very physical oriented versus the Lycan with heavy armor and a medallion build already. And then with the living armor and refraction charges too, they don't have great ways to burn that one except for like ignite and spin. So they're very tanky in comparison to the damage potential from VP.
Is under attack.
Yeah, net worth still very close between the two sides.
Has fallen.
Bottom lane, Slayer has eyes on Ramses. He's keeping tabs of the Juggernaut. Ramses has been pushing this lane out pretty deep. But maybe sort of a bait as now the rest of VP are heading over into Vega's jungle. Solo and Lil smoked up. And ready to counter any sort of jump that's made onto the Jug. As Vega are in the neighborhood.
Is that a Desolator already finished on Templar Assassin? I think it
Has
is.
he got the second Myth Armor?
It looks like it's coming out on the Courier. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. So, wow. That's a very, very good recovery from him. And Farming Ancients can do that. Do they get the squab? They don't. Too deep.
Yeah, 14-minute Desolator. That is very nice. Well, as you already mentioned, at the moment it just seems that the damage that could be done from Vega is just slightly better than what VP have at this stage.
Yeah.
And
They get the swap though.
unless they lose the TA at the start of the fight, but there's going to be the root coming from the sideline. Slayer with the overgrowth holds back VP. Lil surrounded in the field,
Oh my
taken
God.
down. Pasha tries to finish off the disruptor, but he doesn't have enough damage, and almost certainly he will fall as Low Hard Arts chases him surged up.
That DD hit, that was like a half HP off of the Venge in one auto attack. And with the Howl bonus life as well, I mean, they just have so much different ways of
Yes.
like sustain and fight. Like Howl, now they're gonna have Mech, I believe, on the Darkseer finished up, living armor. They have like,
Radiant's top tower is under
yeah, the
attack.
damage that VP actually has is so minimal when all these things are taken out. And I mean, the place that they take the fight too, it's pretty much
And
at a
it's
tier
very
2.
deep. Yeah, going right past, and nearly behind the tier 2. They were chasing for the kills.
Yeah, this is looking problematic for Ramses especially. I mean, he's starting to fall behind, more behind on the net worth. And his hero does not match up too well toe-to-toe to a Templar Assassin or Lycan when you are behind. Juggernaut at this point, you want to be ahead. But when you are about 1,000 net worth behind, these heroes just kind of eat you alive.
Here we go, mid lane Pasha, eyes on G. Are going to have Ramses come across. We'll see if Pasha can look to set something up, but they've dropped the sentry, they see him. And he's going to get glimpsed back straight away. Again, though, the field trap. A little off time there by Silent, as the Nyx Assassin won't be caught.
Oh, there we go. Iron Shot Wolf. Oh, gets killed instantly.
Here we go, G down onto the tower. Good old refraction and living armor, giving him a lot of defensive potential. They'll put the fortification, and VP have come across to look to hold this.
Yeah, VP to take fights, really they need the Troll Warlord there with them. And they need to be able to get like multiple hero stuns and stuff like that. But yeah, right now it is definitely Vega with a much stronger 5-man unit when they have all their ultimates ready.
Now they
Nice
get the
deny.
tower tonight. Vega, looking to chase forward. You're getting Silent surged forward. He's trying to find and hunt for a glimpse. Doesn't really want to go for the Jug. With that Blade Fury, would have loved to find another target, but couldn't quite get the vision.
Look at these wolves. Oh, Iron Shell Wolves. And they are just gonna make their way into the Roche pit.
Oh, and they can certainly do that. Solar Crest
Solar
and
Crest plus
Deso.
Deso, yeah.
Easy Roche. Very easy Roche. I mean, look at that go. Those two items and GG Roche. GG. Down in a matter of seconds. 17 minutes in, there we have it. Vega with the Roche. Silent. This time we'll get the successful trap. Brings Solo back. He's in the field. He can fire blast one. He can't fire blast the whole team. He pops the shrine on the retreat. But they should be able to chase this down. Surges onto a lower dance. Once again, bam, there we have it. The claws come through from the Lycan.
All right, this is actually a huge problem for VP now.
Yeah,
With
Vega-
Aegis online too.
I've got all the momentum.
Yeah.
It's just up to VP to try and put a slowdown on this. You've got no one around. He's furiously farming up in the side lanes, trying to keep up in terms of net worth.
Pasha's already, he's already on like this like desperation kind of thing. He's like, all right, I gotta cut creep waves, guys. Don't want them to push our tier 2s with this Aegis just yet, because yeah, now they can't fight. The only way they can fight is if they outnumber somehow. But
No, they've found him. TP will be cancelled. Slayer, eyes onto no one, and here comes the dog patrol. Lycan and the wolves. And slowly but surely chasing down. Another bash there. They're actually going to turn. Okay, there we go. The glimpse. They caught him. Silent nearly getting taken down actually with done. In fact, if that crit didn't come through, no one might have been able to find the disruptor. But it does. Aloha Dance picks up the troll. 10 for 5. Blink now as well on G. So 18 minutes in. Blink, Desolator, Aegis in hand. It's going absolutely fantastically for Vega Squadron. It really is. Everything going their way so far.
Yeah, and I mean, VP just have to play like super recovery, but without any, they only have what, one tier 1 taken because of the way that Vega responded to those pushes. So their map control is actually super reduced, and as we kind of touched upon it, Vega has extremely good ways to get information on the map. Treant can just run around, they can put traps everywhere, wolves as well.
Yep.
And they have very good ways to shove the lanes. You know, Darkseer, Ion Shell, always going to be pushing the lanes onto the side of VP without showing anything.
I do go for the hunt there, but already out with the TP. VP remains safe.
Yeah, they really still thought someone was up there.
Yeah, they're proper searching. I mean, what's the best thing for VP to do now? Is it just a case of just trying to keep your troll and jug away from the action and split pushing, farming up?
Yeah, they have to just do, this is just recovery.
Yeah.
Hardcore recovery. At least the thing is also that Leo is farming a bit too. He's got like 4K net worth.
Okay.
He's going to go for the Solar Crest himself, so maybe when they have that, they can try something. But yeah, this is the scary thing about when the TA is over-farmed over a Juggernaut. He can just play super aggressive on you and almost
a couple
kill
of
you.
hits and yeah, you're out of there. You got to get yourself back. And ooh, it will be glimpsed. But it doesn't look like the TA was in position to go for more. G was already, he's holding back, focusing on the tower. Just playing around the Juggernaut. Does now have the Manta stuff. So a little extra way that he can play around the catch of Vega Squadron.
Jeez, they take down towers so quickly too on the side of Vega. And what's the trade coming out here? There is no trade. VP has the Troll Warlord kind of just farming and splitting up bottom, but you can tell VP already feels like kind of in disarray. They're just like, we don't really have a game plan to deal with this that just happened. Like, it's just Vega is going to be really dictating everything that's happening in this one for quite a while now. So he does go for the Echo as well on top of the, so it's, I mean, it's a really good Lycan item with the crit when it got changed.
Yeah, the chase is great. Yeah, double the chance. And, well, talking about the Lycan though.
There we go.
I don't think he gets out of this, does he? No, especially not with an Omni Slash to the face. Getting caught out in the wrong place at the wrong time there.
Nice. That's a great move there.
That's a big kill.
Yeah, the only way that they can really do that is like outnumbering, and that's, you know, exactly what they did. They had 4 heroes to commit to kill that one poor Lycan. Could have been disastrous though, but they did see, I believe that I believe they saw like one other hero showing on the map there, so they know they're not going to get like fully turned on there. But yeah, if like, let's say like a Treant's there with a Darkseer or something, that could become an absolute disaster very quickly for them.
Yeah, they can't afford to let that happen. Vega, I mean, as soon as one of those heroes goes, like the troll of the TA's out, they're very limited at what they can do as a team. They need the 5-man. That's where their strength lies at this stage, and you know they have got that strength when they've got the numbers.
Yeah, I love this. I love the item that Afterlife's going for. I mean, we said about VP's draft is that they're, you know, very physical with the Troll Juggernaut, going for Crimson Guard on Darkseer. Okay. So that's going to be God tier versus what they have with the Bloodlusted Jug and Bloodlusted Troll Warlord.
Yeah, that's true as well, because yeah, these aren't heroes that necessarily have massive, you know, slams with each hit. It's all about the attack speed, so it'll be those faster little attacks, which is what Crimson Guard is so great against.
And they have no magic damage really on the side of VP. You know, it's like, okay, Nyx and Ogre, you could kind of say they have like a slight amount, but they're more about like their auras and everything.
Yeah, it's not magic damage that's going to be killing anyone.
Yeah, and they don't have big team fight. Like you look at VP's line or Vega's lineup and you see Treant, Darkseer, Disruptor. Those 3 big team fight ultimates. They can take fights in wombo combo. While you look at VP's and it's just like, all right, they have Battle Trance and yeah, Omni Slash, which aren't team fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll see how much Vega get away with this one down on the bottom lane there. I mean, the tier 2, no questions asked, that will be taken. But it's all going to be down to whether they can go for this high ground push. And they are looking to go for it. VP are going to need to bring back members. They cannot afford to lose racks this early on. As the tier 3 starts to fall, what's going to be the answer from VP? Silent? backs off as Ramses turns up on the front lines, cleans it out with the Blade Fury. And okay, Vega happy with the fact that they forced a rotation.
Yep.
And they'll back away.
Yeah, this is, you know, we keep saying it, but this is old patch, so there are the multiple shrines for each lane. So being able to push those, you can actually get thwarted pretty hard, and Pasha just doing a little, hey guys, I'm here. A little harassment stun.
I mean, we'll see if they can get anything done with the agents, because it's still in the hands of G, isn't it? It's still there on the TA.
VP's just farming, and Vega's also trying to keep their efficiency going, but VP's doing good. You know, VP's doing well with their recovery kind of thing. They don't have any towers, so they don't have access points into the enemy jungle, so they're just getting what they can with the opportunities they have in here. They might actually have to find Aloha.
Yeah, they've got him. They might need a bash or two, and they'll get one. And they need another note. The Omni Slash should do it, and it does. Final bounce coming in just in time from Ramses. And that's the second time that Aloha Dance has been caught out alone in questionable positions. And meanwhile, in the river.
And they find Disruptor.
Yeah.
So for Vega, even though they have, you know, they have like deep wards everywhere on the map, and they have traps and wolves and everything, they're getting caught out a lot more than I would expect. And now this actually might just lead to a tier 1 here.
Yeah, maybe more. I mean, if you're losing Aloha Dance position 1 twice like that, VP are going to make the most of it. And here we have tier 1 down. They're not going to go for more. Okay, they're going to play it safe, but they do need to again address the fact that bottom lane G is there looking for the split push. And forces the backup of the Troll.
Sayama's going for a Midas at a very late point in the game. It's going to be like 30 minutes by the time he gets it. I actually had talks with like Aoi a lot about this when you're playing like this 5 Treant. I think that the Blink Dagger is just a lot more value.
Well, then the Midas, okay.
Yeah, just especially during this like kind of thing, like being able to just like get into the backlines and get that big root off or even escape or get the Blink bashes can be very beneficial. The Midas, if the game goes like super late, I guess that's like the kind of thing where you get the trade-off, but you don't really get many more items after this. You get like Midas, maybe you get like your Blink Dagger, maybe you get like a Yules or something along with that, and then your game is pretty much done on your Train Protector. Because we don't see the Aghanims come out during these kind of games.
BKB is nearly complete for Troll. So things are going to potentially get nastier for Vega unless they are able to continue to get these objectives. Yeah, momentum from the early game, but it's really started to slow down after those 2 deaths on the Lycan.
Yeah, VP is recovered very well. Now have 2 Tiros in the top 3 net worth. The Venge as well is farming very well, sitting at 6,300 net worth. Lil always does this though. Lil understands like when Pasha's playing a hero like a Nyx or like, you know, Legion Commander or something like that where he's just like a setup kind of thing. Lil always makes sure that he finds his farm to be able to kind of transition. Pasha trying to get that courier snipe. Just out of range though.
Let's see what they can have here. And a defusal, and on the road to the butterfly, Ramses.
Evasion stacking. Very good versus TA, very good versus Lycan.
But this, of course, this is massive for Vega's lineup, the speed that they can take Roshan. And the fact that, they're yet to really try and contest it. And I guess you just can't initially, but they are going to try and fight off the back of the Aegis already being picked up by Vega's Squadron. They jump in, Pasha goes back out, jump in onto Lil. A couple of meld strikes and a crit from Aloha Dance brings him down. They'll get the glimpse back on the Troll, but no, he pots the BKB. He cannot risk being dragged back there as it would be instant death for no one. Solo holds back the dog with the Fire Blast, and up to the high ground, VP go. Yeah,
the 5-man potential still, like we said. Vega's is much, much stronger just because they have real team fight heroes, while on the side of VP they don't really. They have like these pick-off kind of split push things.
The only team fight is what a good stun from the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, Battle Trance and Nyx stun.
But as you mentioned earlier, just that Darkseer Treant and Disruptor, that's perfect for Vega Squadron if they can find the execution.
Yeah, and now with Aegis, that's their condition to actually try to go for the high ground sieges.
And they do need to, because this Troll and Jug is going to scale pretty well.
Yeah.
If it goes on against a Lycan and a TA. There's still plenty time for Vega, but it's you want to try and take these racks as soon as you can.
Yeah, especially because like it's not only just a Troll and a Jug, it's a Troll and Jug with Bloodlust and with Venge Aura. So that just like that amplification can make it a lot harder. And your Lycan and your TA, you know, they don't really want to build I mean, they do eventually, but they're not going to get the MKBs till much later. So the Solar Crest stacking with the Troll Evasion.
You might get a Bloodthorn on G.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, that like tends to be like the build, right? The Blink, Dragonlance, Deso into Bloodthorn after BKB.
But as you said, that's a long way away. And if it feels like if your Vega's lineup, you want to be potentially winning the game by that time.
And VP's draft, like, you'd assume the Juggernaut and the Troll Warlord are both going to get Manta and BKB because they have to deal with the Root, they have to deal with like the magic team fight that Vega has as well. So they're already going to have ways to kind of deal with it.
And they've got good save as well. Lil has the swap. Soon to have the, well, no, not necessarily soon to, but he's building into the Aghanims next as the next item for the Venge, which makes sense. I mean, on the Venge, he's got the Solar Crest. What more do you need?
Yeah, and that's I'm actually glad you brought that up because that's something we didn't really touch too much. But versus Disruptor, that used to be one of like the things that people like to have. Like a Venge, you just swap your core out of the Storm.
Yeah, such a good counter.
Yeah.
If you can find the positioning. And yeah, I mean, other than Static Storm, there's not really too much disable to stop Lil from being able to swap out a core. He should get the chance to do so every time, unless he's standing hand in hand with them on the front lines, which is unlikely. You can expect Lil to be outside of that Static Storm.
And yeah, he's
most
got the Bloodthorn already queued up.
Okay. Well, here we go. Last time they had the Aegis, all they could really get away with was doing a bit of damage to a tier 3. They need to find something more, Vega. Can VP hold them off once again? And we'll find out very shortly here as VP ready for the defense. Actually a ping back on their own jungle here, so
yeah, their lane's not in a good spot, the bottom lane.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's the wave's been pushed right out. So again, just more and more time where VP is stalling it and Vega unable to find one of those big objectives, one of those racks to start to get them really on that route to victory, which is, yeah, only got to be worrying for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, Vega has to get kills to be able to siege those towers. Like even if they have Aegis, they have to kind of like dive into the back lines versus the lineup of VP, and they don't want to do that, especially now. Like we said, that, you know, this is old patch, so there's the multiple shrines in the base, so definitely a lot harder to kind of siege that high ground. Oh, cancel the TP with the Carapace. Just sees a random Ion Shell and clicks Carapace to be obnoxious.
Maybe
like
he's TPing something. But it's and to be fair, talking about the Venge defensively, also offensively, that's what's making these sieges hard. You know, you walk up there's the Lycan, you get swapped, bam, between the tier 4s, and you're dead. A bash and the Nyx stun, a magic missile is more than enough to hold you in place. You do have that BKB, but a swap into chain stun can sadly cause issues.
So they get the ward on the high ground here. That's very important. So they can get the jump in.
Yeah, quick jump in onto Solo, and that's already one down. So that's perfect for Vega. We talked about them needing to get a kill. Not necessarily the biggest of kills, but it's taking the numbers down.
Yeah, taking the numbers down and having those double BKBs available for when they go. But G is actually just getting brought down by auto attacks from no one.
And they'll put down the wall. Tier 3 will end up falling down, but no one closes in. They've got the stun from Pasha set up, but there's the Static Storm. The root as well from Slayer, holding back VP and now allowing Vega to go in and hit them hard. They'll take down the Troll, the Venge as well. Buyback immediately from no one on this fight, but look at the damage Aloha Dance is doing. Triple kill between himself.
They just call
it. They just call GG. All right, a little bit of a surprise there. I feel like VP could have maybe held on. They lose definitely at least one racks, but I mean, they're only down the Nyx and the Venge for 30 seconds, but all right, I guess they say we're done with this one. We want to take it to game 2. A little bit surprised there. Did feel slightly premature, that GG. I think they could have given it one more shot, couldn't they?
Yeah, I think they could have given one more. I think like they're probably looking at like the theme of the game though, and they're like, well, we have to really do so much. We have to take the lanes and push them so far